Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and play.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Deal Reveal Key to Freedom edition. As I mentioned, we are going to be showcasing a lot more of these properties. So whether you're interested in buying some US real estate passively or actively, the Key to Freedom program will be able to fulfill you on one side, or the other of that coin. So if you didn't join us last week, I'll be explaining what that means today. But before we jump in, I want to let you know that we are January and we have launched the New Year's Revolution, JK's New Year's Revolution. And right after the deal reveal, we're going to jump on into this program, which is going to be module 2 of 4, which basically helps people place the vision for their lives, for their year, and set that action plan in motion with all the rocket fuel needed to reach our goals and intentions. So if you don't know what that is or anything I say, you can always reach out to the JK team and ask, because this program is almost half done by tonight. Then the JK Entrepreneurship, our morning wake up call at 9 a.m. has started, and we've already launched our first challenge of the year, the 30 Easy Challenge. So if health is just as important as wealth for you, you'll want to check out the JK's Entrepreneurship, who is basically right on the verge of their 4th year of morning wake up calls. And so today we're going to talk about a key to freedom property, and we're going to get excited because maybe this is a way for you to very, very quickly understand what it's about and jump into your first or your next U.S. investment property. So thank you, Tiana, for submitting this deal to us. We're going to go to Euclid for a property that's asking $129,000, and this is a single family home. And so if you've been on the deal reveal for a while, you might say, hey, that's expensive. Well, maybe not. With the Key to Freedom, we can access some properties that are a little bit higher end than what we are typically used to in the Midwest, and the numbers still work. So to remind you all what the Key to Freedom is, it's a way for active and passive investors to cut the chase, all right? Stop with the chase. We're going to be featuring these properties on the deal reveal, and these are all properties that you can jump on. So if you're excited with what I'm talking about, just reach out and we'll see if it's a fit for you and your investing goals. So this is what it's basically it. The passive side of the Key to Freedom allows you to invest your liquidity, like your hard-earned cash, or RSPs or TFSAs, to buy a property in Cleveland inside the formula of the Key to Freedom. And with this program, it is an 8% return on your capital, whether that's in a tax-free or tax-deferred environment. Then that property, which you now own, is going to be rented above market rent to another member of the Now for Tomorrow community, a member who's in the Key to Freedom program, but on the active side of the program. You're on the passive buying it, and then someone else is going to be the active side, and they're going to pay you up to 25% above market rent. And so suddenly, you're able to generate cash flow or more cash flow on even higher end properties. So sometimes people are not comfortable with the C class areas. Well, now suddenly we can comfortably be in the B class areas and still cash flow, which is very exciting. This program has a built-in tenant. It's either someone from our community or even myself. Janie and I are also the active members in some of these deals. So that can be very exciting for you to know that we're on the other side as your tenant. Then the goal is to set up a lease option. So for the next 2 to 3 years, typically, The tenant is going to pay you those above market rents and ultimately is going to buy the property off you at a premium later down the road. And we've identified in this particular market of ours in Cleveland a Goldilocks zone for these type of properties, which is 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, could be single family or could be a multi-family duplex. Purchase price between 100 and 150,000 that needs no work or very little renovation work. Basically, the only work that is going to be needed is to stage and theme it to maximize the rental income of the property. So that's the setup. And let's see this property submitted by Tiana, see if this works. Okay, so we're going to go to that property in Euclid. We're going to see what's happening here. And I'm going to start with Zillow. Going to get a sense of what's happening here. And I don't know why my computer reverted to Bing. I'm going to make sure I have the right property. 141 East 216th. That sounds like it right here. So we have this property asking 129, and look at this, it already went pending. So that's how quick these nicer properties might go. But look at this, Goldilocks zone, I think so. Between 100 and 150,000, 4 bed, 2 bath, 1,800 square foot. This is a decent sized property in Euclid. What else do we want to know about this property here? Well, let's first of all, we can take a look at some of the pictures, and you're going to probably be pleasantly surprised with the pictures you see in these slightly higher priced homes compared to what you might see in the $60,000 to $80,000 range. But you see, maybe not your choice of style necessarily, but definitely clean and updated to some people's standards. It's all in there. There's even a little bit of furniture. I don't know if that's going to stay with the sale, to be discussed. But as you can see here, if there's any work to do, it's very, very minimal, right? So maybe a little bit of paint here and there just to freshen it up, change some of those color schemes. But ultimately, very little work. I think we can agree on that. And oh, look at that. Looks like to be proximity to some water. So we're going to definitely take a look at that. All right, here we go. Got too many bubbles going on here. So I'm particularly interested to see on a map now where this property is located. Right here. Let's bump this one up. Okay. And so look at that. Less than a block away from Lake Erie. And so this, I think, is definitely a property that would have been in our Goldilocks zone. 4 bedroom, 2 bath, under 150, turnkey, proximity to the Edgecliff Club and Euclid Park and Lake Erie. Like, this is just a beautiful property across the board. And so I really like that. Now let's go see what kind of rents you would get as the passive member of the Key to Freedom. So we have a 4-2 in Euclid. Let's take a look at what we have here. So rents, long-term rents for this property would be in the probably 13 to 1,400 a month. But since you'd be buying it in the Key to Freedom, you could rent it for up to 25% more. So add another maybe $300 to that rental income. You'd maybe be bringing in about $1,700 in rental income a month off this property, a built-in tenant and a built-in exit to sell the property at a premium in the future. So basically, we can definitely do our 50% rule with $1,700 a month coming in times 12 and 50% rule. We're being quite generous. With that premium in rents, there's no really expenses that are going to go higher, right? Your taxes are going to be the same. Your insurance is going to be the same, regardless of if you charge $1,400 or $1,700. Those expenses are not changing. Your maintenance isn't changing. Your mortgage is not changing per se. Your utilities not changing. So having a 55 rule here, even if you're in a suburb like Euclid, I think you're not exactly super conservative doing that. So it's a good rule of thumb. And so here, 11,000 net a year, and you have a property at the 129.9 range. If I didn't, yeah, 129 range. So let me pull that back up. So you'd basically be getting an 8, almost 9 cap property with the quick trick deal reveal, but you're investing in a you're investing in a better neighborhood, in a neighborhood that normally would not cash flow. And we haven't ran the specific numbers. This is just the quick approximation way to do it. So there is cash flow. We're definitely guaranteeing that. And you'll be able to earn 8% return in a tax-free or tax-deferred environment and line up a sale at a premium in the future, which is further going to help your ROI and your cash on cash return. Last little note is the fact that this property in those higher areas, basically for the Key to Freedom program to work, it has to be in nicer areas. And so suddenly a crime is almost no longer an issue when you're considering these higher rent properties. So that's it. So let me know, is this a deal or no deal? Is this a deal that you'd like to buy for yourself? Now, I know this one already went pending, so we'd have to put a backup offer on this one. But if this is a deal for you, let me know right now in the chat. Deal or no deal to be 100% passive, buying this property, getting you 8% plus extra cash flow plus exit. Is this a deal or no deal for you? Excellent. AZ thinks it sounds attractive. Absolutely. You have some investors that are the active side of it in Canada doing all the work and ultimately getting a 4 cap, a 4% return on investment. And here we have an opportunity to do 8 plus all those benefits, which basically bring us comfortably in the double digit, most of it being tax-free, tax-deferred, passively. All right. We're not talking the same game at all here. So if this property is interesting to you, you know what to do. Reach out to us. If you have a property that you think would be perfect for the Key to Freedom, let us know and we'll reveal it on next week's deal reveal as well. Brad says, looks like it's a deal to consider. Absolutely. And we're trying in 2023 to make US real estate investing a lot more accessible, a lot simpler for those people who have been hemming and hawing for years now, looking at us go doing our thing and want to jump in. This is by far the easiest program you're going to see with, I think, very attractive returns for such a small amount of work. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The deal reveal. It's up to you to decide if it's deal or not. But if you are interested, reach out to us. If this is the first time you hear me speak and you hear about the opportunities in US real estate investing, this is just one of the many opportunities available. And if you haven't joined our foundational blueprint training, a 3-day training, well, it's too late. You missed the bus. So we're not doing them anymore. But the last one was recorded, and you can catch your recording at n4t.club/blueprint. So that's how you can get access to the knowledge so that you don't step into some of the big pitfalls of US real estate investing, because you can do this the wrong way. So that's our deal reveal. Hope to see you next Thursday at 7 with another property, another deal for you to take action on. And if you're interested in the New Year's Revolution, which is going to take place at 8 Eastern for Module 2, you quickly just reach out either on Facebook and tag at JK Team, and we'll get you in, or send us an email at info@nowfortomorrow.club.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for